the Georgia Bulldogs and the Texas A&M Aggies. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, I caught up with Coach Elko before the game. Both teams are in the top 10. This SEC matchup is going to be hard. He said we have to eliminate all penalties at the line of scrimmage and be the most efficient version of ourselves all season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He'll bring it out. It's Humphreys. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after.
There's a crease. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
He leaves it with his back. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Uga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Looking for the score. Couldn't connect with his man in the end zone, but they're going to back up after this penalty is announced, I believe. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you start the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now. On the run, it's Owens. Maybe some room here. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Ready.
the option. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
3rd down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Throwing Reed. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Reed to throw for it on 4th. Going downfield for the big play. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. The option look. Find some fresh air. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Reed. Oh, they're after him.
I love it.
Touchdown, Aggies.
We have the business over here now.
Something to cheer about here. This
Nah. We ain't worried about none of that. I mean, I'm killing niggas Mario Kramer right now, man.
And cheers that I had no clue about Reese until we visited, and you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together.
I'm about to reach out, man. Don't worry about it. Might turn all the way down.
How they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
For an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Moving away from pressure. He throws back to the left side. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So 1st down here as they go back to work. On the run, it's Owens. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Texas A&M going up tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Just feeds the running back. And he could not get loose on the run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
A&M comes back out with another first down. They'll run the option. And now in the pitch, the ball's loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Scooped it, scored it, into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Y'all look at my screen real quick. Look at my screen real
Back is
quick.
the pitch man. Nice job by the offense.
Yeah, they gotta
Getting
replay.
creative, getting a way to get their speedster, a playmaker, a
They tried
receiver
to
the
fool him.
football in space, and he does the rest.
Don't just get Jerry Bussy. That shit was live.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Breaks into the open. Lowers those pads. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Georgia going up tempo. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Now looking to throw back to the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And that's going to be a tough throw for the quarterback to make, right? He's right-handed, he's rolling to his left, and that throw is going way down the field. So he's not going to be able to get all the velocity he wants. He didn't have the accuracy either. And that's a bad combination, and that's a big part of why that ball was intercepted.
of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He might want another play. Here's Reed to throw. Rushes on him. And it's a sack.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. And you just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the left.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's not afraid to go deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the window...
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Second down coming up. Might be calling a hot route. Reed throws toward the end zone. Intercepted deep in his own end. Bringing it back.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. These corners going to give these receivers some space. To throw, it's Stockton. Floating away. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. Goes high to pull it in. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Throwing, Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, this offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. It wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on 3rd down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here to not give up any points and get you the ball back.
Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. Takes it on the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll go to the counter play. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll try to run for it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Stepping to the right. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Yeah, and the QB never wants to miss inside on an out route, right? You got to throw it to the sidelines. Don't let anybody undercut that. They'll make a big play. And he did. He put it outside, put it on the money. I think the receiver needs to do a little better job. They got to secure that catch. He was open enough to make that play.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Snags it over the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
What a big stop for this defense. In the second half, around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Now they'll run it to the right here. Maybe a crease. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. On the ground, it's Edwards. Picks up the first down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies! I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. It's caught downfield. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Georgia going up tempo. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, this defense is eyeing the scoreboard. You know they're looking up there. They want to keep this goose egg intact. They've been so good all game long. Still playing with phenomenal effort here in the fourth quarter, creating that fumble and takeaway.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Bulldogs! How about this defense taking one back to the house? Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Here's the return from inside his 10. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Looking for room. It's Morrow. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Buying some time as he moves left. Catch inside the 25.
I'm finding some plays on this hole. Hey, them plays were live.
Inside the 20 at the 19.
It's really good,
and that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. There's time on the clock. Keep trying to score.
In the red area, it's Edwards. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead. Looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Yeah.
We'll see what they can do on this drive. It starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Now the play fake. Here's a hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple. He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
All
right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Looking to scramble. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory formation, run the clock, and get the W.
On the move to his left. Got it. And he'll run out of bounds, just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. And here we go. Final play of the game right here.
I knew when I
They'll
wanted
run
to
it in the red
add
zone. It's Morrow. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the
What
backfield.
do you want, sir?
Timeout is called with just a single
It's not a
second
dynasty.
left.
These real players.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
That's like a whole damn inconsistent.
Here's the pressure. And
Because
as the
he
ball
only plays for
goes
the
to the
Browns,
turf,
man.
the clock has hit 0.
Yo.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David.
Close to
It's
home.
one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to